Becky with Bee Mom. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be making some cookies today. And they're not just going to be any cookies, they're going to be low sugar cookies. So we are going to get started. They're really easy to make and they don't have a ton of ingredients. You'll see. And then in the description box, I will link the recipe for it. And I'll also put in some affiliate links that I think will be helpful, especially with regard to maybe baking this. And that way, in case you want to get some of those things or give them as gifts or things like that, you can do that. And so the Amazon affiliate link will be in the description box as well. So we are gonna get started with this. So today we are making peanut butter cookies with a chocolate drop in the middle. Now, I want to make this clear, not a Hershey Kiss. The Hershey Kisses have a lot of sugar, each one, and so we don't want to use a Hershey Kiss, but there are sugar-free Hershey Kisses, and you could get those to put in the middle if you wanted, but I'm using a low sugar chocolate that I found at the grocery store, and I'm going to put that in the middle, and you'll see when we get to that part of the recipe. So we're doing that, and hey, if this kind of thing is awesome for you, this is going to be in the playlist on my channel under Bee Mom Baskets, and that is where all the recipe things are, and you can find them, and so if that's helpful for you. And so just subscribe, and we would be glad you're joining us. Let's get on with these cookies. Okay, I preheated the oven to 350, and I have a couple of baking sheets over here with parchment paper on them, and I think we're ready to go. Now we put them in the oven that's on 350 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. I'm going to put mine in for 13 minutes. While we're waiting for the cookies to bake and getting ready for the next step, let me show you some things about different options of sugar that you can use. For this recipe or for any other kinds of baking, different things work with different things, and I'll show you that. So sweetening things comes in two categories. You can use regular sugar things, or you can use artificial sweetener. In our recipe, of course, we used a combination of both because baking is a chemical thing, and so it's often helpful to go ahead and use a little bit of sugar, but it doesn't always, you don't have to use the whole amount to make it sweet, and if you need it sweet, a little sweeter than that, then you add some of these other things, which I'm going to show you. This is the one that I like best. It's a combination of some different things. It's got stevia and monk fruit, erythritol. I've never known how to pronounce that, but that's what this is. And the reason I like it is because there's not a great big aftertaste. You don't have to worry about it. Stevia is good, but it does have a bit of an aftertaste. Monk fruit is interesting. It doesn't really, monk fruit and erythritol, they don't really have an aftertaste, but they leave like a feeling on your tongue a little bit. So this company, Whole Earth, that I have managed to put them together in a manner that doesn't really do that. So those are good things, and all of these, let me just double check, are 0 calories. So when you use them, yay for that. Now the other one that is very popular, this is a knockoff version of Splenda. I don't like this because I've read some things that are very unhealthy, but a lot of people do like it, and it is correct, there's no aftertaste. So I would say if you're going to use this, just use it on like a limited basis, because you can look up some of the side effects that have come up from that. So that's our sweeteners. Now let's look at some of our sugars. Now I'm going to start with this. This is my bucket of sugar, but mine looks a little different because I don't buy regular white sugar, which you can, but again, there's stuff with that it's just not dangerous. So I have raw sugar here. That's what I get, raw sugar, or there's one called turbido sugar that you can get, and that's what I get. So if you see, let me see if I can get this on the camera so you can see it really well without spilling it everywhere. It's kind of brownish. It's got a little tint to it. It's not brown sugar. Brown sugar is sugar with some molasses added to it. That's brown sugar. But this is raw sugar, so it works the same as white sugar. They just didn't process it as much as the other, so it's not white, it's not bleached and any of that, but it works just like regular sugar. This is from sugar cane. So that's an option. That's the one that most people use with baking. Some other options for sugar are coconut sugar, which I like, and there are some health benefits to this, but it does have regular sugar calories. I'm going to show you the package well, so I want to unfold it. So I like this one. I like to use this one. This actually kind of tastes like brown sugar. That's the other reason I like it. You can add it to things. I've actually made caramel corn with it. Isn't even baking. It's just, you know, sugar with butter and stuff. Maybe sometime I'll make it for you, but there's not really any way to make it healthy. So maybe that'll be a special Christmas thing for once in a while. So there's that. The other one that sometimes is good for baking because it's really liquidy. So you want to be careful about what you use it for. This is usually better for like drinks and teas and smoothies and things like that. It mixes in well with that. This is agave sugar, and I like that. And that also has some health benefits to it. And the last one is very well known, and this is, I wanted to show you this. I have a dear friend, and she has some bees, and she gave me this gift of actual honey from her own personal bees. And so that's what this is, some honey. And that's also a good one, also with some good nutritional benefits, especially if it's raw, or if you have the gift of somebody who has bees that can give you honey. Good stuff. Especially if it's in your area. If you use honey, that can also help cut down your allergies because you'll build up a tolerance to things having a little bit of honey every day from somewhere local to you. So that's just an idea. So those are my sugar things, and I wanted to share that with you. And hey, the cookies are almost done, so let's get back to finishing them. All right, our cookies are out of the oven and they're done, and looky. And this is fun. If you don't put the chocolate on, because you can put the chocolate on before you bake it, and you do it this way, you get all this fun melty chocolate on top, and that's good. Let's try a bite. Oh my goodness. Yummy. Hey, we made some yummy cookies, and they are really wonderful. They are low in sugar. They have some good healthy protein in there for you. Each cookie, it's not a large amount. Each cookie has about 4 grams of protein in it. And so that's really good. That peanut butter helps with that. These are good if you're diabetic or if you're on a keto diet. You can have 1 or 2. They have, because of the peanut butter, they have a higher amount of calories. Also, almond flour has a little more calories than regular flour, and so you want to be aware of that. From Healthy Mama people, they have a baking thing that has less calories. So what I'll do is I'll link that in the description below so that you guys can pick up some of their baking mix if you want. And that also is good for keto and stuff like that. And you can use that instead, and that'll lower the calorie count, but 190 to 200 calories in it. And so there you go. All right, thanks for joining me today. It was just really fun doing this with you. And remember, again, if you want to see more of these, subscribe. There's also a bell. If you subscribe and click the bell, then when I post a video, you can check it out. If you're not into the stories, then you can just not worry about that one. But there's going to be more cooking videos because Christmas is coming and Thanksgiving is coming, and we're going to make some cool stuff, and we're going to make some yummy, yummy vegetables again. You will see. You will love it. So if this has been helpful, hey, give this one a like. That'd be awesome. If you have thoughts or ideas, if you have suggestions, hey, send me a comment. That would be awesome. That's helpful to know. Also, I like to know how many people are watching, how many people stayed till the end. So just type cookies into the comment, and then I'll know how many of you stayed to the end. So that's fun. All right, thanks so much.